State championship game. I'm Bruce Cunningham, joined up here in the booth by some familiar faces. On my right, former Raven Wally Williams, and on my left, longtime Maryland high school football coach Doug Duval. Doug, we're going to start with you and talk about Howard. Coach Bruce Strunk is one of your proteges, and they're an undefeated team that are looking very strong.
Undefeated last 2 years. And, you know, they're coming to play. They want to win the championship. They haven't won it since 1974. So it's been a while.
50 or 40 years.
40 years. It was 50 years ago that I played there.
Jed Gamber is on the sidelines tonight, and he's standing by with Howard coach Bruce Strunk.
Here with Howard head coach Bruce Strunk. And, Coach, the opportunity here at Raven Stadium, what's this like?
It's awesome. Kids are enjoying it. They're enjoying the whole week, and I'm excited for them.
Okay, you got a team like Wise coming in here. You both are undefeated. What's their strength?
Wise is a very good run-oriented team. They throw it when you start committing too many guys. Defensively, they are fast, big, and physical. So, you know, we have our job cut out for us, but it's not, our kids are ready.
You guys are up for the challenge.
We are up for the challenge.
All right, that sounds good. We'll send it back up to you guys.
All right, thanks, Jed. Wally Williams. Now, we saw Wise a couple of years ago in the state championship. They're a new school. In fact, for a new school, they've got some impressive numbers.
I mean, when they came here that year, I think they were open maybe 4 years, and they were here in the state playoffs. So they're building a dynasty there. You know, for 10 years in existence for a high school, 4 state championship appearances. So this team right here has been here.
I get all the BTC awards, and he's just something special.
Now, as an offensive lineman, you're going to love tonight because we're going to see an awful lot of running.
And that's what you want to see. I mean, you want to see guys get up on the next level and have fundamental football techniques. You know, really in this day and age of football, you see a lot of spread offenses, you see a lot of gadget plays, but I think this Wise team is going to show us what football is really all about, a black and blue type game, and you want to see the linemen be physical.
Absolutely. And it's all on tap. The 4A state championship right here at M&T Bank Stadium. 2 undefeated teams. Somebody's going to come up with a state championship tonight. Stick around, everybody. The 4A.
Our next mission could be anything. So we prepare for everything.
Bacon was the star, but Gouda and Gruyere knew they could make a difference.
Watch it, cheese.
All they needed was a chance.
How about Gouda and Gruyere?
I may be crazy, but Gouda, Gruyere, we're going to give you guys a shot. What? Bacon with cheese?
Wendy's new Gouda Bacon Cheeseburger. Aged Gouda together with Swiss Gruyere Fondue and Wendy's new Bacon Fondue Fries. Cheese finally has its day.
Oh, yeah. It's official.
Tuesday at 8 on the CW Baltimore.
Welcome back to M&T Bank Stadium for tonight's 4A state championship. You are looking at the Wise side of the field, and there's the Howard contingent. A very, very nice crowd out here tonight for this 4A state championship. Bruce Cunningham, Coach Doug Duval, Wally Williams, Jed Gamber down on the sidelines. We are set to bring you the last time they won a state championship 40 years ago. Wise, this is their 4th appearance in 10 years. And there you go. The give is to Anderson. No surprise there. And he finds a hole. And look at this. He's got some room to run. Gets to midfield. And they're going to down him at about the 45-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 26 yards. And what a way to start, Wally.
Well, yeah, this is what we talk about. We talk about the battle up front. We talk about the big offensive lineman. And this is where it's going to be won. Look at these blocking up front. And you got a little back there with some speed, agility, and quickness. Just finds a hole and makes his way down the field. A great play.
Where DeLon left off, he took over. He just eclipsed DeLon's record from when DeLon played at Howard High School, and they're the same type of player. So a lot falls on Malik's shoulders. He's really been the guy that's led them all year long. He's their go-to guy.
Both of these teams undefeated. Howard from Columbia, Wise from Upper Marlboro down in PG County, and we've got a whistle.
Timeout. White.
This year, Bruce, Wise has scored 535 points and given up 70.
Wow.
Howard scored 412 points, given up 137. So Howard's differential is 275 yards 275 points, where it's 465.
Doug, let's go over some of these players here.
Well, when you look at those 4 guys, they're the top guys. There's no question for them. You got Malik, who's a rusher and receiver. You got Casey Crawford, the quarterback, 133 for 212, 2,297 yards, 26 touchdowns. You got Cameron Carlisle, his favorite guy to go to. He's got 8 TDs. And, when you look at the wide receiver, Sharp, he does a lot of stuff. 304 yards, 3 TDs, the average 17 yards a catch. I mean, he's the real deal.
There's your Morgan State ones to watch. Howard now with a fresh set of downs at the 46-yard line. The quarterback, Crawford Casey, he's a senior. And they give to Anderson again around the right side. Very, very quick, but they stop him that time. It's going to be a gain of about 2.
That's what Malik does. He's got that little inside move, but he's got that burst to the outside. Last night we got to see a great play, but you can see in here how they get out there, but you got good speed out there on the perimeter on both teams. So
I see a little bit of your old teammate Greg Pruitt there.
A little bit. When you have the ability to get outside and make guys miss, I mean, that's what you want to see, that speed to get to the outside. But as you know, against this Wise defense, that speed is going to match on both ends of the ball. So it's going to be interesting how this thing plays out.
2nd and 8 now from the 44. And they fake to Anderson and throw it out in the flats, and it's going to be completed to Cameron Carlisle down around the 38-yard line. It's going to be short of the first down. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 3.
As we said a little bit about Cameron, he's the guy. He's go-to catch. You got to like that Casey Crawford release. Comes over top. It's easy to catch. It's a nice thrown ball, and those kids play together well.
6'3", tall for a high school player.
We're going to have to see that for Wise. Number 7, number 3, number 11 got to step up here. They're bringing the heat from the outside.
A little miscommunication there, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Tanner Scaife was heading downfield, but they just didn't get it done. Big relief there for Wise. They were back on their heels a little bit.
Well, the thing that Howard did is they moved the chains. That's what he had to do. If you're going to turn the ball over to a team like Wise, you cannot turn the ball over and not give them at least 70 yards to go, because if they get to midfield, they think that's within the red zone for them. They think the 50-yard line to red zone.
That's Michael Gillespie there, handles the kicking and the punting.
And Mike's done a nice job this year. He's got a nice tight spiral, really climbs.
Fair catch called for at the 19-yard line, and for Wise, that was Miles Woolfolk, and that's where the Pumas will go to work.
You saw that big run the first play of the game, and I thought that was a great job by Wise, settling down, getting back into their defensive fundamental set and just playing ball. A lot of times in these state championship games, these bright lights, the stadium and everything, it plays a part. It plays a part in these guys' psyche, and Wise has been here. So
and Howard hasn't.
And Howard hasn't. So there you go. You see an experienced team there settling down, and now they're going to play their type ball game.
The kid that fielded that ball, Miles Woolfolk, is going to University of North Carolina.
They had a pretty good year.
Yeah, they played this year. He was going to go to Tech and changed.
So here's Wise. And they try the middle and nothing doing. Coming up for Howard and making the play was Felix Fonmeg. You're seeing him right there. And that's going to be no gain at all. Going to be 2nd down and 10. Nothing here, Wallington.
Well, these guys, you see the size difference. So you see with this Howard defense, it's going to be a lot of speed, quickness. The guy's a little bit smaller. And with Wise, it's going to be a smash mouth power type deal. So these big offensive linemen pulling. Let's see if they can wear this Howard defense down.
We had real nice play out of 50.
Look at this. Look at this. A lot of room to run here for Wise. That's Carlton Rainey. Rainey's going to get across the 40-yard line to the 39, and that's going to be a 1st down.
Carlton scored 26 touchdowns this year running the football.
What do we see here?
Look at number 50, Wally.
Wow. That's just a hat on the hat. Okay, that's what you do in this game right here. You make sure you get on your guy. And the thing about Wise, their O-line is so big, it's not about getting movement on a guy. It's about getting to a guy and getting your hands on him and opening holes for your running backs.
So Wise with a 1st down at the 41-yard line. And again, they're hitting that middle, and again, they have some success. Look at this, across the 50, down to the 45, and that was Carlton Rainey again and again, another 1st down. Doug, we were talking about Wise being back on their heels. Howard looks back on their heels now.
Well, like anything, you first come out, you're just trading punches, just like Howard ran a dive to start with. Don't make any difference what you run first play. Run something hard, straight, and inside. And then you go ahead and work on the perimeter. You love that kid, number 50. While you talked about him 3 years ago, that kid Claxton Jones.
I love him. Watch how he gets up right here. gets to the next level and makes his block. Love it.
280 pounds.
So Wise inside Howard territory and getting down to about the 40-yard line will be Carlton Rainey. It's going to be a gain of 5, 2nd and 5.
And I'm going to talk about this technique and fundamental O-line play pretty much this entire game because Wise has the guys up front and the players to get behind these guys and make something happen.
Well, when you look at Woolfolk, you look at all these guys. Woolfolk's going to UNC. Rainey is going to University of Massachusetts. Daka's going to Madison.
And there's the defensive players on the Morgan State ones to watch.
Yep.
So here we go. 2nd and 6 from the 40. They give to the up man. Oh, that's a fake and a nice fake. And look at this around the right side. Room to run. He's to the 10, and he's going to be brought down at the 5-yard line. Saving a touchdown there, but credit that one all the way to Jabari Laws, the quarterback. And now Wise is knocking on the door.
So it's a pretty wide open sort of look, you know. DeLong was here years ago.
Offense, defense.
Wally, 2 players here to watch, 58 and 88, both of them coming off that side. 88, his name is Muddy McKemba.
Muddy McKemba.
Yep. Now, it's a little name competition because they got a guy named Gamble on the other team, Maverick Gamble.
And the give is to Carlton Rainey.
Yep, great downfield block.
Rainey gets in from the 5-yard line, and Wise scores first. Touchdown, they lead it 6-0.
That was Miles Woolman with that block out there, the kid going to UNC.
This is just smashing our football. This is
nothing fancy here,
Nothing
dude.
fancy here. We're lining up. We got 11 guys, our 11 guys on your 11 guys. Let's put a hat on the hat, and let's just see what happens. So
Wally, I got to tell you, I got a little Wendy's giveaway. I bet number 72 would be my buddy, wouldn't he? We go to Wendy's and tear it up with them Baconators.
That'll be a friend you have for life right there.
This is one of the things. You practice it because it makes everybody else practice.
Look at this.
It's a little bit of fun. Yeah,
look at this formation. Look at this formation.
Swing and gate.
Look at this.
And they can do some stuff with it, too. That
got a bad snap. Got to cover that. Picks it up at about the 22. And look at this. A little bit of room to run. Throws it into the end zone. And look at that. Complete in the end zone to Michael Whitford.
And Bruce, I don't believe that was planned.
No. So a 2-point conversion for Wise. Hey, there's nothing wrong with being a little, what do we say? What's the word we're looking for?
Trickeration, isn't it?
There we go.
That ball is a funny shape for all kinds of reasons, and this is one of them where it just works out. When you have athletes spread out on the field, Coach, these are the opportunities that you afford yourself to make up the plays like this.
Especially when you got one looking like number 10.
I blew that one. That was Kofi Yeboah.
Yep.
6'5", and when you got a tall guy like that in the end zone, you throw a lot of jump balls.
He's a punter, and he can rip the ball. He didn't get much work at it, though.
Let's take a look at it. Well, that's the touchdown.
This touchdown play, it's a hat on the hat. When you have wide receivers on the perimeter, okay, blocking and maintaining things downfield, those are the key blocks to open up plays, big plays, long runs, and it seems like Wise is covered on all bases. These guys block for their guys and block for their teammates.
And there's Kofi Yeboah. You just saw him catch the 2-point. Malik Anderson deep. And again, the squib kick. And it's going to be covered at the 28-yard line, maybe the 29-yard line for Howard Anthony Reed, and that's where the Lions will go to work.
You know, going down there, though, Howard's defensive line, McNair, Formidig, they just played hard. They played hard. And McKemba.
So we're 7 minutes into the first quarter. It's 8-0 Wise. And again, the Wise touchdown here. Watch the block right there.
And that's what you want to see. Yeah. When you see the guys get out to the perimeter and make those kind of blocks, I mean, that's great. That's smash mouth football. That is fundamental football that every kid needs to watch and learn how to do.
Crawford Casey gives it to Malik Anderson, and Anderson dropped immediately at the 30-yard line. That'll be a gain of 1, 2nd and 9. Wise was looking for that.
Wow.
Well, Wally, what's the size over there on them linemen?
Oh, these guys are huge. I mean, look, Coach, when I was in high school, we had maybe 3 guys that weighed 250 pounds.
Yeah,
okay, they're stacked over there with 11 guys. I mean, you talk about, Kevin Claxton Jones, who's senior, he's 6'2", 280. Malik Bellamy, number 52. He's 250, 6'2". These guys are sophomores.
Yeah, and 280, he's the lightest one.
Right. You know, with that kind of physicality coming at you every play, it wears any team down.
They're closing him up there. But Levin.
Wise, look at this. He's still on his feet. And he gets it off.
Beautiful
and incomplete. Crawford Casey, he did avoid the snap. Visit buyatoyota.com to find this month's best deals. Toyota, well, let's go places. You don't want to take that sack if you can avoid it. Right?
No,
Here's the replay.
That's example well coached.
I mean, look at the push from the guys up front. You see 75, they're pushing the ball. Benjamin Brown, offensive lineman, senior, 6'1", 310, pushing the pocket, making something happen for his team. And when you put pressure on the quarterback and your guys have that kind of stamina, it poses problems for any offensive line.
So Howard now looking at a 3rd and 9. They already trail in the game 8-0. You just got to look at James Boyd there, the head referee. And we've also got the referee in the booth with us again tonight, Scott Balsick. So we'll be going to him as needed. And there's the throw. And again, a communication problem. That's the second time tonight we've seen that from Howard.
Yeah. Well, one of the things is it's tough when you got them guys like Wally was bearing down on you. And you know, Wise is known to be relentless on the run and intimidating on defense. I think that's written in their locker room wall or something. And they've got the speed to back it up. That makes it tough when you're out there trying to do offense.
So for the second time, Howard's going to have to punt it away. And the punter there is Michael Gillespie. We've seen him already, and there's a whistle. Procedure.
Dead ball, false start, offense, retrieve 4th down.
You know, and this is one of the things I was talking about earlier when you're on this stage and how this is Howard's first time here. We've seen an early timeout. We've seen some early penalties, all these things like that, some miscommunication. I mean, you know, it takes a while for a team to get ready and to be in this stage and to play well. So they're going through their heartaches right now and trying to get it together.
Here's the punt.
Nice punt.
Nice sky and punt. And a fair catch was called for.
We'll
and
see
we
what
got
they
a flag.
do with
You got
that.
bumped, yeah.
Well, yeah. You got to give them that perimeter. What is that, Scott? How much room is that?
Scott Balsick.
In high school, there is actually no defined distance, but he should be able to catch the ball uninhibited. So that'll be kick-catching interference. They didn't give him room to catch it, but we don't have a defined distance in high school.
So James Boyd and his crew working it out there. Here's a look at it.
Have interference on the kicker. 15-yard penalty.
You know, Connor's just running to get down there. Connor Williams.
Connor Williams.
Just, you know, it's hard to see that ball. You know where it is. You're trying to watch the return guy. It's a lot of stuff going on.
You know, we pointed out that Wise has been here many times before and Howard hasn't. But here's another thing, and this might be kind of off the wall. But Howard is Columbia, which is predominantly Ravens fans. Wise is from PG County, which is Redskin fans. Is it more intimidating for Howard for that reason to come into the house of the Ravens?
That's a great point.
So they're going to, here we go, from the 39-yard line. Looking downfield. Big arm, and he's got his receiver. Look at that. Complete down the field to Damon Hayes. And that's going to be a 39-yard touchdown, and just like that, Wise jumps out 14-0.
Well, Jabari Laws, that's not something new to him. You know, they run the ball, and as soon as more than 7 guys are not in the box, if they bring 8 in the box, they're going to be putting the ball in the air. That's just, you know.
Jed Gamber down on the sidelines. You were just a couple of feet away from the Wise bench. They're pretty happy down there right now, aren't they?
You know, Bruce, you always talk. We have a conversation about the get-back coach.
Yes.
The get-back coach is working overtime over here. I'll tell you what, these guys are fired up.
And rightly so.
Well, you saw number 72 raise his arms down there. 325 pounds, 6'5". That's a big fellow.
Wow.
That's Kofi Yeboah with the extra point, and Wise leads it 15-0 over Howard. The Lions have got to figure this out, Doug, because this train is pulling out on them.
Well, I think they'll settle down and play. They've got some playmakers. They've got some good, solid offensive linemen. But the bottom line is you get a team, and it's all about experience, and it's all about you take a look at where DeLon brought this team from. I mean, they played Roosevelt. They played Newton. They played just at the war, you know?
We'll be back with more from the 4A state championship game right after this. Stick around.
Toyotathon is back with a season full of holiday treats.
Like 0% APR financing on the reliable Camry. Did you know 90% of Camrys sold in the last 10 years are still on the road today? But hurry, our biggest event of the year won't last long. Now lease a Camry for only $179 a month, or buy one with $1,250 cash back from Toyota, or take no interest financing for 5 years plus $500 toward your down payment.
Make the holidays happier at Toyotathon.
Toyota, let's go places.
At the height of the action, confidence soars. In the midst of the struggle, character emerges. In the heat of competition, leaders are forged. High school athletics are an essential part of a well-rounded education. They may not involve classrooms, textbooks, or final exams, but rather provide the perfect environment to give young men and women the tools to be successful in the biggest game of all, the game of life. High school athletics, pure spirit, pure sport, pure Maryland.
At this school, Bacon was the star, but Gouda and Gruyere knew they could make a difference.
Watch it, cheese.
All they needed was a chance.
How about Gouda and Gruyere?
I may be crazy, but Gouda, Gruyere, we're going to give you guys a shot. What? Bacon with cheese?
Wendy's new Gouda Bacon Cheeseburger. Aged Gouda together with Swiss Gruyere Fondue and Wendy's new Bacon Fondue Fries. Cheese finally has its day.
There's the Wise Puma mascot, and they've got plenty to cheer about on the Wise side of the field right now. Wise took out 15-0 over Howard in his state 4A championship. Wally, we were rushed a minute ago, but I made the point about the intimidation factor. Howard is probably Raven fans. Wise is probably Redskins fans. Howard might be a little more intimidated playing here than Wise.
Look, when you grew up in this area and you see Baltimore Ravens game, and some of your heroes that you grew up watching all the time are right here on this field in this stadium. It takes a little while to get used to this at-back, and they're actually putting pressure.
Yeah, I think they got a little screen game going, something like that. And they just, it's one of the few times that I think I'm an under quarterback, under the center kind of guy. But if you're in the shotgun here, it gives you a little bit more chance to take a look at it. They've got some nice receivers, 3 nice receivers. They just need a big play right now.
2nd and 10 from the 18-yard line. The Lions of Howard High. Nowhere to go, and he does go across the middle, and he hits Malik Anderson, but only to the 20. That's going to be a gain of about 3. That'll bring up 3rd down and 7.
3rd and 7's the worst down, isn't it, Wally?
Yeah.
I always like 2nd and 2. Look at 58. Oh my God!
I mean, look when you have this size, okay? We're talking about on the high school level. It's hard enough to deal with on the pro level or the collegiate level.
Yeah.
But on the high school level, when you have this many guys, look at that jersey. And,
that's Galen Scott.
Look at that jersey and how tight it's fitting on him, and those arms and everything like that. Okay.
Wally, number 57
just love it.
is a 10th grader.
10th grader.
Jabari Gray.
Yeah, 10th grader.
All right, here's Carlisle. And a nice looking catch there. He completes it to Tanner Scaife, and that's going to be right down around the 31-yard line. That's going to be a 1st down for Howard. And some momentum starting to build for the Lions, Doug, and they got to have it.
Well, they need it. And Tanner's caught a lot of passes here. 3 TDs, average 17 yards catch. It's not, they play throw and catch all the time. So that's what they've got to be able to do. Much like last night where Dundalk just couldn't, right? You're not going to run in the middle against this blue. It looks like a blue wall in there. It looks like the stadium seats, You got to get out on the perimeter, find out what their coverage is in the weak flat, see if you can get a matchup. The problem is you got 4 guys in the secondary at Wise that are all going to Division I schools.
Crawford Casey looking in the flats, and not a good pass there to Michael Whitford. That'll bring up 2nd down. Doug, I had another question for you. Talking about DeLon down there. They're up 15-0 in the first quarter. You won 5 of these things. When you get a big early lead, do you coach different?
No, you bear down, man. He's on it right now. He's talking to them people up. He's got my man Rat next door over here. He's on him right now. But listen, where are we coming back? How are we going to tackle him? What did we do? What did we see last time? That sort of thing. Because DeLon's a defensive guy. I mean, he wants to line up and just give you absolutely nothing. They gave up 40 points in 13 games.
2nd down now. Crawford Casey at quarterback. And they have problems with the snap, and it's loose.
Maybe they did. I hope they did.
Wise is saying they have it. And the referee signal, Wise recovers the fumble.
That's tough. It reminds me of last night.
The 31-yard line.
Yeah, it's just tough,
Tough snap. I don't know if he was not ready for the snap or just mishandled the snap. It's like it was in between the players, and it's a mishandling of the snap by the quarterback, really.
You know, Wally, so often, you know, they've fallen behind here. So often it's kind of like the snowball rolling down a hill, you know.
And you're going to have some kind of success. I mean, right now, Howard needs something to happen positive for their team. I mean, everything right now has been all wide. You've seen the big plays. We've already seen a deep pass. We've seen an extra point, okay, a fumble extra point, and everything's just going their way. So Howard needs something to happen on their end to get them back into this game.
Jabari Laws at quarterback, and he keeps it going right up the middle, and he's got room to run across the 20 down to about the 19, and that's going to be a first down for Howard. Toyotathon is here. Visit buyatoyota.com to search, compare, and find all this month's best deals on your new car or truck. Toyota, let's go places.
Look, when you have a consistent run game, I mean, right now, they don't know where the ball is going, okay, because they know they have success running the ball in the interior. So every dive fake, every time we see this option, you see that team collapsing on the interior, and you see room for your quarterback to get to the outside and make something happen.
Here's Laws. And some really good penetration there for Howard, and coming in and making the play for the Lions. You just saw him make the tackle there. That's a Stephen McNair, and we talked about him before the game. Wally, talk to me about what McNair does on this play.
Well, McNair just hustles, okay, and that's what you're going to need. You're going to need these guys to make some penetration, get upfield, make the play. With a familiar name on the defense side of the ball is Steve McNair, so a great job by him trying to get something going for his defensive team right now.
So Jabari Laws, and he's going to keep it again, and right up the middle. He's going to cross the 20, get down to the 19, and that's going to make up the penalty yardage. Also, the rosters that we were given have the commas in funny places, and the quarterback for Howard is Casey Crawford, not coaching shorthand, Quince Orchard a couple of years ago. And right up the middle they go, and he's still on his feet, gets down to about the 1-yard line. That is Carlton Rainey. Wally, as we said a minute ago, though, Wise looking to add another one here.
Add another one. And look, they can do anything right now offensively. They know they can run the ball inside. So they're going to take other chances. You're going to see how this game goes and just throw the ball. You saw in the previous play, you're getting a 10-yard cushion, okay, on the 10-yard line.
So the tuba players for Wise just stood up, all the tuba players.
In the Toyota Camry red zone.
They know what's going on.
They know what's going on.
And there's the give, and he goes in standing up. That's Carlton Rainey, touchdown, and Wise has a 3-touchdown lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
Wow.
Well, that's 27th touchdown for C.J. Rainey. And C.J. can play. He had 256 carries, 1,735 yards.
Let's take another look at the touchdown. Wally, O-line scores this one, right?
Oh, yeah, all day. I mean, look, this is what you want to be as an offensive lineman. You want to be in this situation to get 1 yard, okay, and smash mouth opportunities. This is the prime real estate for offensive linemen. If we have somebody hurt.
Yeah, we got somebody down in the end zone there. We're endeavoring. Jed, can you see Jed Gamber? Can you see who that is?
Yeah, you know, we talk about the big offensive line for Wise. This is one of their big guys. I think this is their right tackle. That's number 72, Aaron Boston, 6'4". He's a senior. Might be a big loss for them.
Wow.
325.
Did not see what happened on the play. Maybe it was a celebration in the end zone.
No, I think what happened, well, I saw him.
Okay, he's pushing them in the end zone right there. They're still going out in the end zone.
And then he went down right there.
Wow.
That's a big man. And he's holding his knee right there. We don't, you know, we really don't want to diagnose injuries from the box because there's no way to know. And all you can do is look at the reaction. He is up, and that is hopeful. He looks like he's in a lot of pain, though. Jed, what are you seeing down there?
Well, it looks like it's his right knee, Bruce. It's a good sign that he's up because they just called for the board. So it's just the fact that he looks like he's in a lot of pain, though, talking to his coach right now.
All right, so that's where we stand.
Well, you hate to see those big kids get hurt, you know.
Aaron Boston is senior. 6'4", 325.
Well, with the big guys, anything in the lower body is a lot more serious than it would be for another player because they're supporting all that weight, right?
Exactly. You know, offensive linemen, we go through it and have these injuries, and I've heard coaches tell me many times before, when you hurt your knee or hurt your Achilles or your foot, don't worry about it. You don't need that anywhere as offensive line.
They have that big O with a turf toe. You know, you could have hit him with a truck and couldn't hurt him.
Oh, yeah.
Turf
toe just stop you.
You know, the toughest guy, probably one of the toughest guys that ever played the game, Jack Lambert. His career ended with turf toe, you know. Hey, stick around for Rain on the CW Baltimore right after tonight's game, followed by America's Next Top Model. Both of these shows, by the way, big favorites of Doug Duvall's. The CW's Rain and America's Next Top Model in their entirety after tonight's Maryland State High School Football Championships right here on the CW Baltimore.
A lot of information on America's Top Model, man.
That's right. You're right. C.J. Rain, 26 touchdowns. That's the only Rain I like.
And we got to look there at the Wise cheerleaders, and they're still working there on Aaron Boston.
Well, you see him driving him. Look at that kid drive.
Look at his drive. I mean, he's driving him 10 yards to the back of the end zone.
Right there,
he's still going.
And then he goes down.
There it was.
Bad step.
Yeah.
And they've got the cart out to take him off, and that's never, ever a good sign.
Yeah, you know, you talk about things. It's Moody Makemba, not Muddy. It was a typo, you know.
And Bruce, you know, wow.
That's DeLon, isn't it? He might be there.
I don't know, but I'm not messing with him. I'll tell you that.
And it was announced earlier today that they're going to make the change with Ravens field and change it back to the grass. So, you know, this may be one of the things. They're not going to come out and say it possibly, but, you know, this grass, this turf, whatever you want to call it here, this may be one of the things that they're going to change up with so many guys having non-contact type injuries.
Sure.
And the grass may help these things and help these.
When you played here, Wally, they had a grass field, and they switched after you left. What's the difference between the two?
You know, everybody had grass fields, and when I was still playing, it was going through this transition with this new synthetic turf, or whatever you want to call it. And to be honest with you, as a player, I didn't like it. You know, you had that rubber involved in it, and as an offensive lineman, you can't get dirty. What's the point of playing football if your jersey is clean the whole time? What is that? So I despise the turf. I don't like it. And you see these guys having these non-contact type injuries. I mean, to me, it's just like AstroTurf. To me. So let's just go with the natural grass and let's play ball like that. That's the way football is supposed to be played.
When you said that about dirty jerseys on the offensive line, I saw Doug's mouth curl into a little smile there.
Well, either way, let it run and shoot stuff. If you had mud fields, you'd be down and just dirty. Put that hand in the mud and going. Hey, I got to mention for Don Carter, who does the defense for DeLon Parrish down at Wise. He and DeLon grew up together, competed all the way through high school, and were big enemies. Now they're best buddies. And for Don's a big track coach down there. So all these Wise kids, none of you are big, but they're fast.
Kofi Yeboah, the extra point is no good, so the score will stay 21-0 during halftime. Stay tuned for the Wendy's halftime report. But the damage has been done for Wise. They lead it 21-0 with a minute 59 to go in the first quarter. Go down to Jet Gamber.
Hey, Bruce, and guys, I didn't know if you saw, but Aaron Boston, who got injured there, he's officially out for the game. I overheard them saying that. But props to the assistant coach, Eric Tyrone.
We saw that.
Picked him up and put him on the gator as he was wheeled out of here. That's pretty impressive. That's 325 pounds, so he deserves some props, too.
There he is. There's old Eric Tyrone.
Well, Eric outweighed that child. That's the deal. You don't want to go in the Wise weight room. I've been down there in the winter. It is noisy and wild and woolly now. There's a lot of screaming going on at the Wise weight room.
That's one of the most remarkable things I think I've ever seen is that coach carrying that big dude.
And one of the first times I've ever seen a coach carry offensive lineman over his shoulder like that.
So here's the kickoff. And they're going downfield with this one. Malik Anderson's going to watch it go into the end zone for the touchback, and Howard will have a first down at their own 20. Howard, Doug, has really got to make something happen here before this gets away from him.
They're capable. They're capable. They scored 40 points in games. I think this year they had a total of 535 points. I mean, they can put points up. You know, they just got to settle down. You know, Wise is Wise, you know, but you just got to come back, play your basic game, and realize you're going to have to attack them maybe in a little flat pass, screen pass, and you know what else? You might just try out, just see how good they are. But I don't think I'd try number 22 to start with.
And there's Casey Crawford, the Howard quarterback, and the give is to Anderson up front. Gets across the 25. They're going to down him at the 28-yard line, and it's going to be a gain of about 8 yards. So Howard with some positive yards.
And, you know, when that play developed, look, it wasn't anybody out there on the outside. As you see, watch when Malik gets the ball. There's nobody outside, but you just see this team speed and see how these guys go sideline to sideline and use that. So this has been a problem with the Howard's offense, and Wise just reacts. Even when they're out of position, they're able to react and rebound and get right back there and make the tackle, coach.
You're really in a bind because number 22, the kid closed on that. He's going to Rutgers. He's something.
And he gives it to Anderson. Anderson spinning his way. And he's going to gain about a yard. That'll take it out to the 29-yard line, so it'll bring up 3rd and 1. So Howard looking to make something happen. I'm impressed with Anderson. Kid can move.
Oh, he is. He's very, very good player. As I said, you know, he clips all-purpose yards at Howard, which has stood a long time. And DeLon said it, you know, back in the 90s. So Malik's something special.
3rd and 1 from the 29. Howard trying to make something happen here. And the give
there you go.
is